Hare Krishna, everyone.
Hare
Welcome to
Krishna.
Srila Prabhupada Book Reading Club. Currently, we are reading Nectar of Instruction by Srila Rupa Goswami. And currently, we are at 4th shloka. So, let's start our session by offering the prayers. ॐ अज्ञानतिमिरन्धस्य ज्ञानञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरं मिलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। श्रीचैतन्यमनोभीष्टं स्थापितं येन भूतले स्वयं रूपं कदा मह्यं ददाति स्वपदान्तिकम्। वन्देऽहं श्रीगुरु श्रीयुतपदकमलं श्रीगुरून् वैष्णवांश्च श्रीरूपं साग्रजातं सहगण रघुनाथान्वितं सजीवं साद्वैतं सावधूतं परिजनसहित कृष्ण चैतन्य देवं श्रीराधा कृष्ण पादान् सहगण ललिता श्रीविशाखान्वितांश्च हे कृष्ण करुणा सिन्धु दीनबन्धो जगत्पते गोपेश गोपिका कान्त राधा कान्त नमस्तुते तप्त काञ्चन गौराङ्गी राधे वृन्दावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्य एव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभो नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्त वृंद नमो विष्णुपादाय कृष्ण पृष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्ति वेदांत स्वामिन इति नामिने नमस्ते सरस्वते देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्य देशतारिणे मुखं करोति वाचालं पङ्गुलङ्गायते गिरि यत्कृपातहं वन्दे श्रीगुरुदीनतारणं परमानन्दमाधवं श्रीचैतन्य ईश्वरं हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। श्रील प्रभुपाद की जय।
Jai.
So yes, so we can like recite the shloka one time, okay? Then we will move to our purport. My screen is visible, Prabhu?
Yes, Mother.
So who want to recite the first shloka?
Yes, Motherji. Hare Krishna. Vacho vegam mansa krodh vegam jiva vegam udar upastu vegam etan vegam yo visheshtu dhira sarvam apimam prithvim sa shishyat. Hare Krishna.
Hari bol. Yes, Prabhuji. So in first shloka, Srila Rupa Goswami is like telling us that we have to control like these six. We have to tolerate these six urges. So like how we can tolerate the urges? There's like solution is also given by the Srila Rupa Goswami and Srila Prabhupada. So like how we can control the urge to speak?
By speaking about Krishna.
Yes, and how we can control the urges of mind?
Keeping always Krishna in mind.
Yes, we always have to think how can I please Krishna and how can I serve Krishna. Yes, like when Krishna is present inside the mind, then there is no place for a Maya. Okay, Krishna
Yes.
is like a sun and Maya is like a darkness. When sun is there, there is no question of a darkness.
No.
Okay, so how we can control our anger?
Anger we have to use for Krishna purpose only.
Yes, we have to use anger in Krishna's service as Lord Chaitanya used, like when Jagai Madai offended Nityananda Prabhu, and Hanuman used in service of service of Rama, and
Yes.
like how we can control the like urges of a tongue, belly, genitals.
Having always prasadam.
Yes, when we have the prasadam, then we can control the urges of a tongue, and when tongue is a control, then automatically belly and genitals are controlled. Okay.
Yes.
So this is very important to take only prasadam. Yes, Hare Krishna. Harshita Mataji, would you like to recite second shloka?
Yes, Mataji. 1 second. अत्याहार प्रयासश्च प्रजल्पो नियमाग्रह जनसंगाश्च लौल्यं च सद्भिर्भक्तिर्विनश्यति. Hare Krishna, Mataji.
Hare Bol Mataji. Yes. So like Srila Rupa Goswami is saying in the first shloka that you have to control these six urges, and second shloka Srila Rupa Goswami is saying that like you are like if you too much entangled in following six things, then like your bhakti will be spoiled. So like we don't have to spoil our bhakti. There are some pros and cons, and we have to take care of both. Okay. So yes, what is the first? That is a prajalpo. Okay. So sorry. First is the atyahara, means eating more prasadam. Even if you are eating prasadam, then you don't have to eat more than necessary. Like this is excuse. Okay, there is one place in this earth planet where like you can do atyahara. Anyone knows that place? Hare Krishna. Anyone knows the
Heavenly
place where
planet.
you can do?
Jagannath Puri
Heavenly
Mataji.
planet. Heavenly
Yes.
planet.
No, in Jagannath Puri, Jagannath Mahaprabhu, bestowing his mercy in a form of his prasadam. So, like there you can eat the prasadam like as much you want. Even you can do the atyahara. But like when until and unless you are not in Jagannath Puri, you have to eat the only prasadam which is required to maintain your body and soul together. And you don't have to accept too much palatable dishes, lot of sweets and lot of spicy things. Okay, it will agitate your tongue, and next time tongue will like only want the same things, and he always asks the opulent thing, and more you eat, like you will fall you want the lethargy will develop, and like you will fall asleep, and like when you are fall asleep, when you become lazy, then like you cannot perform the devotional service. So yes, first is a atyahara. Even it comes to the your work. Like you have to work so that you can maintain yourself and you can serve the Vaishnavas. You don't have to work unnecessary. And even if you are working overtime, the whatever amount you are earning, you have to engage in that amount in a Krishna service. And but there is no use of overtime and earning more money when you don't have 3-4 hours for Krishna. When you don't have the time for your sadhana, then that work is a useless. Okay, and this is not I'm not saying this. Okay, this is written in a shastras. So second is the prayasa. If you want more and more, so you have to work very hard, like ask. And third is then when you are working, like you are not working in a Krishna consciousness. So like you will do the lot of prajalpa. You will talk about the unnecessary mundane subject matter, about the politics, about what is happening in your country. You are not care like what is happening in your life. Okay, like your life, you are given, Krishna has given you like a biggest opportunity. Krishna has given you the association. Krishna has given you the Srila Prabhupada books. Krishna has given you online lectures. But like you don't want these opportunities, and like you are you are talking about the mundane unnecessary prajalpa things. Okay, so like when you are doing these things, and like when you are not Krishna consciousness, then you are disrespecting Krishna, because Krishna loves you so much. There are like millions of people. Not everyone get the association, not everyone get the Bhagavad Gita, not everyone comes in a ISKCON, not everyone is able to have the association of a devotees. Like Krishna has provided you all the things, okay, so that like you can become Krishna consciousness, and you can come again back to the home, back to the Godhead, our real home. Okay, so Krishna want us to come back. Like we have the specific service like with the Krishna, like we can wash his clothes, or we can make a very tasty prasadam for him, we can make a garlands for him. Like we have certain specific seva there, and like when we are not there, then Krishna misses us. That's why like he sent his pure devotees to reclaim us, and again take us back to the Godhead. So like you don't think it's like you are so intelligent, that's why you are taking the Krishna consciousness. Krishna want us like to come back to the Godhead, and Krishna is in pain until and unless we come back to the Godhead. Krishna is in pain, in a like a, in pain. And what Srila Prabhupada said, we shouldn't give the Krishna pain. We should we should be very sincere in our spiritual activities. We should purify ourselves, and we should complete the goal of our life, and we should go back to the Godhead. We cannot keep the Krishna in a pain. We can say this with the one analogy, that in the analogy of a father and son. Like a son leave his home, out of his arrogance, out of his by offending his father, oh, like why I have to serve you, like I want independence, I have to I'm not getting independence here, I have to move. So he moved out of his home, and like he is in a stage, he is like our condition is same, we don't have the place to stay because we have to change our body constantly, we don't have anything to eat, because we are the soul, like a soul doesn't want this chapati roti, okay, we are taking it as to maintain our body, and it's like we are feeling the petrol or a diesel in a car, but we cannot drink, but we are a driver, we cannot eat the petrol diesel. So similarly chapati roti is for our car, this human body is our car, so we cannot stay on this like chapati and roti. Our real food is a Krishna's name, Krishna's Krishna's glories, and our real food is the spiritual things. But we are too much focusing on giving only the petrol diesel to our cars, and we are like inside we are dying, we are not having food, and we are also see the analogy of a cage, we are taking care of a cage very nicely, you are polishing cage, you are like you are doing everything, but you are not taking care of a bird inside, like a bird is a dying because he is not getting his food. And our real food is a spiritual food, that is hearing about Krishna, chanting the holy names. So yes, we have to focus on our real what actually we need. So Krishna is so merciful, Krishna has provided you everything, but we are not interested. Even Srila Prabhupada, what is the necessary to at the age of 70, what is necessary to leave the Vrindavana? And even in Vrindavana he was struggling, not for himself, but he's struggling for us, to write the scriptures. And he was struggling to or even his entire life from he when he met the Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati, even from the small childhood he was practicing Krishna consciousness. He's doing everything for us, and he want us to just he don't have his self interest, na, he won't think if we become the devotees then Krishna will be pleased. He don't have the self interest to boast himself. He was compassionate towards us, oh, this persons are suffering, let me take them to back to the Godhead. So everyone is so compassionate, every opportunity is in front of you, but what we say, I don't have time to read the Srila Prabhupada books. We cannot say this now. Even we don't have the audacity to say this, because that Srila Prabhupada, he sacrificed his sleep. He sacrificed his entire life to return the scriptures. He used to sleep for only for 1.5 hour or maximum 2 hours, and he sacrificed his sleep from the 12 a.m. to till 4-5 a.m. He was writing this books for us, convincing us word by word. And you cannot find the time to read Srila Prabhupada books. Even you cannot find the time, you have the 30-minute time, you can watch your screen time, unnecessary status you are watching, unnecessary reels you are reels you are scrolling, unnecessary message you are reading, unnecessary people you are reading. Our real goal is not to please the other people in the society. Our real goal is to please the Srila Prabhupada. Why we have to please Srila Prabhupada? Because we are not that capable that we can directly please Krishna. But Yasya Prasadat Bhagavad Prasado, by pleasing Srila Prabhupada, we can please Krishna. So and how we can please the person? By following his instruction. So yes, we have to follow his instruction. And Srila Prabhupada, to whom he written these books, it is not written for the author Mataji and Prabhuji. It is written for you. And these books are so personal. Yeah, you have to read this. Because on the page, even in a one line, Prabhupada is giving personal instruction to us. This Atyahara Prayasasya Prajalpa, this is not only for the other devotees, it is for me. When we are reading the books, you should meditate on this. This all things Prabhupada is instructions instructing me personally. And I have to follow. When I follow the instruction, then Prabhupada will be pleased. And when Prabhupada is pleased, Krishna is pleased. And that is my goal. That is my life goal, to please Krishna, to please my spiritual master, to please the Srila Prabhupada. But we are not having this realization. We don't we come for the classes, even for the reading club, even for the Srimad Bhagavatam. And after that, after 9 p.m., what? I'm in my world. I can do anything. No. Like even if you are working, on the back of mind there should be thought, okay, I'm working so that I can earn money, and that money I can engage in Krishna's service. And like you want to see the Maya, like how Maya catches you, like okay, like you are just keep away the just for 1 month you can keep away whatever amount require for your maintenance of a home, and like a rest of salary try to give it to Krishna. Then see how Maya harasses you. Oh, like if you give, then but we don't have the faith that Krishna will maintain us. Like we can see how much attached we are to our material assets. So by doing the simple things, like we can see, and like until and unless we give up this attachment to the material things, your material wealth, even to your family members and even to the society, you're not going to be Krishna consciousness. Like at a time you can choose only one thing, Krishna or Maya. Okay. So like third is a prajalpa, that we don't have to speak unnecessary. Okay. And it also comes not reading the magazines, reading hearing the unnecessary and watching unnecessary things. Okay. And yes, our Nama Prabhuji said that entertainment is for the Shudras, and only from the Brahman platform, from this platform of goodness, we can purify ourselves, and when we go in a transcendental plane, then we can practice the spirituality. So at least we need to be on platform for Brahmana. And when you are watching unnecessary things, then we are not even we are on a platform of a Shudra. Okay. So you have to reduce the wastage of a time, and you have to engage that time in Krishna's service. And please don't try to give the excuses, I don't have time. If you want to do, you will find the time. If you have a boyfriend, girlfriend, if you have the husband and wife, in the early days, even if you don't have the time, you try to take out the time. So Krishna is our boyfriend. Krishna is our supreme boyfriend, and Krishna is our supreme husband. So can't we take out some time for Krishna? Okay. So everyone must read the Srila Prabhupada books for a half hour. Okay. And sometimes, and why this reading club, because we don't have the habit to read the books by own, we feel bored, we can watch the reels for the hours, but we don't, for even for the 30 seconds we cannot read the Srila Prabhupada books. That's why association is important here. We are making the habit, or we are making the habit to read the books, and then you have to again find the a 15 minutes or half hour, whatever breaks you have, before lunch you can read for the 10 minutes, before dinner you can read for the 10 minutes, and then only you can accept the prasadam. Okay. So you have to make it habit. Okay. Because Maya is harassing us, Maya is testing us at every moment, and until we read the Srila Prabhupada books, until we hear the Hari Katha, until we associate with the devotees, then we won't get the protection. Okay, the chant, when we chant the 16 rounds with a rapt attention, when we read the Srila Prabhupada books, and when we hear the Hari Katha, and it acts like a shield, and then we go on the battlefield in Maya Devi's kingdom. And then this 16 rounds, whatever you read and whatever you hear, it's going to protect you. Okay. Otherwise, there is a fall down. Okay. So yes, then fourth is a practicing scripture rules and regulation only for the sake of following them, not for the sake of a spiritual advancement, or rejecting rules and regulations of scriptures and working independently and whimsically. So you don't have to manipulate the rules and regulation, you have to follow them. Okay. So we follow the instruction of Srila Prabhupada. We follow the instructions of Krishna in a form of scriptures. So, and in a form of Srila Prabhupada books. And when we are not following them, then we are whom we are hearing to our mind. And what is problem with hearing with this mind? Because of this mind we are suffering. We are changing our bodies with the time. Okay, and we are suffering. And 5 is associating with the worldly minded person who are not interested in a Krishna consciousness. So this association is very important, right? So we shouldn't associate with these worldly mind people. And even we are associating with them, we don't have to give our heart to them. And 6 is a greedy. When we associate with the material people, then this greed comes, this laulyam comes. Yes, third verse, anyone wants to recite? Sarita Mataji? Sharmila Mataji?
Hare Krishna Mataji. उत्साहान्निश्चया धैर्यात् तत्तत् कर्म प्रवर्तनात् संगत्यागात् सतो वृत्ते षड्भिर्भक्ति प्रसिद्ध्यति. Thank you, Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. So yes, these are like in third shloka, the Srila Rupa Goswami is like telling us, if you follow these 6 things, like I'm giving you 100% guarantee, not 99.99% guarantee, 100% guarantee. In the spiritual things, there are 100% guarantees because they are the real. Okay, they are not manipulated. So like if you become enthusiastic, and being enthusiasm means not just getting motivation, like you have to act. When you act, then your motivation, you get the confidence, and you get the like what we say, like then you get the motivation when you simply act. Okay, so second is a confidence, that like we should have the confidence that like avashya rakshibe Krishna will provide me all the assets required for the preaching, and like Krishna will provide all the assets require so that like I can become a Krishna consciousness. And being patient, one day, and everything worthwhile in a life comes after the intense effort. So every day I have to put efforts to do my sadhana, and with the time, like Krishna will give the results. And even in the last verse now of Shikshastakam, we pray to Krishna that like you have the every right, you can give me darshan and you can please me, or you can broke my heart by not appearing in front of me, and like you are my master and you can do anything with me. So what is in our hand to do our sadhana? And results, if a Krishna want, Krishna will give you in like a 4 days, or Krishna will give you in 4 months, or Krishna will give in 40 years. So it depends on Krishna. But what is in our hand, like to please Krishna by doing our sadhana daily. Okay. And Krishna is very pleased when we chant your 17th round, because 16th round we are doing out of our duty to the spiritual master and Krishna. And like when we are chanting the 17th round, means like you are trying, you are trying to advance in a spirituality. Okay. So it's your own endeavor. And then fourth is that you have to follow the regulative principles. You have to follow the 9 processes of the devotional service by hearing, chanting, remembering Krishna. And 6 is a abandoning association of a non-devotees. This is very important. Now in Prajalpa also we are associating with the worldly minded person. And like in this shloka also Srila Rupa Goswami is saying that we have to give up the association of a non-devotees. And 6 is the following the footsteps of our previous acharyas. Okay. And yes, fourth shloka, who wants to recite? Like today we will recite only
Hare
once.
Krishna,
In a flow
Mataji.
I took entire time. Yes, Mataji.
ददाति प्रतिगृह्णाति गुह्यमाख्याति
प्रतिगृह्णाति गुह्यम् आज्ञाति प्रचितिति भुङ्क्ते भोजयते चैव सद्विदं प्रीति लक्षणम्. हरे कृष्ण.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. Thank you, Prabhuji. So yes, then from the last 2 shlokas, we also see the association is very important, because this instruction is repetitive. It's repeat again and again. So yes, associating, we learn that we have to give up the association of a material people. Then a point is that, okay, we have to associate with the pure devotees, and we have to associate with the devotees. But like in what way, like what interactions we need to do in between them. Then these are written in this verse, that by offering gifts in a charity, and these gifts should be spiritual. You can offer the flowers to their deities, or their their altar, or like you can offer the prasadam, or like you can offer some you can offer some spiritual books to them. Okay, this should not be material things. And second is accepting charitable things. So like yes, it's nothing wrong to accept the charity spiritual gifts from the devotees. And a third is revealing one's mind in a confidence. Okay, it's very important to have the spiritual friends and the devotee association, where you can open your mind. And like you should be little when you have to open your mind, like you should choose someone who is a senior to you. Because like okay, when we have this, when two devotees are the same level, one devotee say, Mataji, I feel very lazy to attend Mangalarti. Like we can attend once a week. Okay, on the Sunday we can attend. No. So like, but when you approach the senior devotees, say like, oh, you need to sleep early and you can take the prasadam early, and you like while sleeping you don't have to use your mobile phone. When you sleep, when you do all these three things, then like next day you will be wake up fresh, and like you will wake up on a time and you can attend the Mangalarti. It is very important to attend the Mangalarti, and it is very important to take the Mangalarti darshan and finish your rounds. So like when you wake up late, then your entire day will be like become late, and like you will be lazy, and this will become the habit. Then you start taking everything very casually, and like you will also give up the Krishna consciousness, and you will lose the taste. You know, like how the taste comes when you become more and more sincere. When you become more and more sincere, the Krishna the Krishna try to reveal himself. Okay, so like yes, we have to become the sincere. So like yes, we have to open our mind to the senior devotees. Like yes, and so like when you are open mind with the devotees who are at the same level, then there are chances that you will become the lazy. Okay, then uh, then next is the inquiring confidentially. So like yes, we have to inquire then confidentially. What how to advance in the Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Mataji.
Am I audible?
Yes, Mataji.
Okay. Because there is network my Wi-Fi is on, like when I'm asking, like you have to reply, okay? Otherwise like I will keep asking. So yes, that we don't have to inquire about the material things. What we have to inquire, that how can I serve Krishna more, how can I increase my rounds, and how can I chant with the quality, and like how can we advance in our spirituality. So like we have to inquire confidentially about the Krishna, not about the material things. Okay, and we don't have to gossip. Like when you are coming in association of a devotees, then when you are start also when you are talking about the politics, or you are talking about the other mataji's things, like oh, that mataji wear like this sari and that sari, then what is difference between the you and the material people? Okay, there should be some difference. When we are meeting, we should talk about the Krishna, nothing else. Okay, then accepting the prasadam, this is very important. Simply by accepting prasadam, we can control our tongue, belly and genitals, which are very difficult to control. Okay, and like because of the tongue, belly, genitals, we are fall in this material world. Okay, and there will be fall down. But simply by accepting prasadam, like we can control this. And then offering the prasadam, like yes, you can when there are 10-15 devotees in your area, then you can come together on once a week, and then you can cook the prasadam for cook the bhoga for a Lord, and accept it as the prasadam. So currently we are on second paragraph now. Hare Krishna, who wants to read?
Yes, Mataji.
Vinod Prabhu.
Yes, Mataji. Hare Krishna. Even in ordinary social activity, these 6 types of dealings between two loving friends are absolutely necessary. For instance, when one businessman wishes to contact another businessman, he arranges a feast in a hotel, and over the feast only expresses what he wishes to do. He then inquires from his business friend how he should act, and sometimes presents are exchanged. Thus, whenever there is a dealing of priti or love in intimate dealings, these 6 activities are executed. In the previous verse, Sri Rupa Goswami advised that one should renounce worldly association and keep company with the devotees. Sangha Tyaga Sato Vritta. The International Society of Krishna Consciousness has been established to facilitate these 6 kinds of loving exchange between devotees. This society was started single-handedly, but because people are coming forward and dealing with the give and take policy, the society is now expanding all over the world. We are glad that people are donating very liberally to the development of the society's activities, and people are also eagerly accepting whatever humble contribution we are giving them in the shape of books and magazines, dealing strictly with the subject matter of Krishna consciousness. We sometimes hold Hare Krishna festivals and invite life members and friends to participate in the feasting by accepting prasada. Although most of our members come from the higher rungs of society, they nonetheless come and take whatever little prasada we are able to offer them. Sometimes the members and supporters inquire very confidentially about the method of performing devotional service, and we try to explain this. In this way, our society is successfully spreading all over the world, and the intelligentsia of all countries is gradually appreciating our Krishna conscious activities. The life of the Krishna conscious society is nourished by these 6 types of loving exchanges among the members. Therefore, people must be given the chance to associate with the devotees of ISKCON, because simply by reciprocating in the 6 ways mentioned above, an ordinary man can fully revive his dormant Krishna consciousness. In Bhagavad Gita 2.62, it is stated, Sangat Sanjayato Tamha. One's desires and ambitions develop according to the company one keeps. It is often said that a man is known by his company, and if an ordinary man associates with devotees, he will certainly develop his dormant Krishna consciousness. The understanding of Krishna consciousness is innate in every living entity, and it is already developed to some extent when the living entity takes a human body. It is said in the Chaitanya Chaitamrit Madhya Leela 22.107. Nitya Siddha Krishna Prema Sadhya Kabhu Naya Sarvadadi Suddha Sati Karya Udhyaya. Pure love for Krishna is eternally established in the hearts of living entities. It is not something to be gained from another source. When the heart is purified by hearing and chanting, the living entity naturally awakens. Since Krishna consciousness is inherent in every living entity, everyone should be given a chance to hear about Krishna simply by hearing and chanting. Sarvanam Kirtanam. One's heart is directly purified and one's original Krishna consciousness is immediately awakened. Krishna consciousness is not artificially imposed upon the heart, it is already there. When one chants the holy name of the Supreme Personality of Godhead, the heart is cleansed and all mundane contamination. In the first stanza of his Shri Shishtastakam, Lord Shri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu says, Cheto Darpanam Arjanam Baba Mahadevang Papanam Shreya Kerav Chandrika Vitaranam Vidya Vadu Jivanam Ananda Buddhivardhanam Pratipadam Purnamata Satam Sarvatma Sanam Param Vijayate Shri Krishna Sankirtanam. All glories to Shri Krishna
Hare Krishna,
Sankirtanam.
Prabhuji. Let's give chance to Mataji. Hare Krishna, Snigdha Mataji, would you like to read this purpose?
Yes, Mataji. The Sri Krishna Sankirtana, which cleanses the heart of all the dust, accumulated for years and extinguishes the fire of conditional life, of repeated birth and death. The Sankirtana movement is the prime benediction for humanity at the because it spreads the rays of the benediction moon. It is the life of all transcendental knowledge. It increases the ocean of transcendental bliss, and it enables to fully test the nectar for which we are always anxious.
Hare Krishna, Mataji. Is there someone who can read little faster, because we have to read 2 more paragraphs?
Yes, Mataji, there is some problem with my this thing.
Yeah. Yes, I can understand,
Can I
Mataji.
read,
Please take care.
Mataji? Hare Krishna.
Yes, Mataji.
Yeah. 1 second. Okay. Now, not only from there.
Yes, Mataji.
Not only is the chanter of Mahamantra purified, but the heart also. The heart of anyone who happens to hear the transcendental vibration of Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare is also cleansed. Even the souls embodied in lower animals, insects, trees, and other species of life also become purified and prepared to become fully Krishna conscious simply by hearing the transcendental vibration. This was explained by Thakura Haridasa when Chaitanya Mahaprabhu inquired from him how living entities lower than human beings can be delivered from material bondage. Haridas Thakura said that the chanting of the holy names is so powerful that even if one chants in the remotest parts of the jungle, the trees and animals will advance in Krishna consciousness simply by hearing the vibration. This was actually proved by Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu himself when he passed through the forest of Jharkhand. At the time, the tigers, snakes, deer, and all other animals abandoned their natural animosity and began chanting and dancing in Sankirtana. Sankirtana. Of course, we cannot imitate the activities of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, but we should follow in his footsteps. We are not powerful enough to enchant the lower animals such as tigers, snakes, cats, and dogs, or entice them to dance. But by chanting the holy names of the Lord, we can actually convert many people throughout the world to Krishna consciousness. Contributing or distributing the holy name of the Lord is a sublime example of contributing or giving charity, dadati, the dadati principle. By the same token, one must also follow the pratigrihnati principle and will be and willing and ready to receive the transcendental gift. One should inquire about Krishna consciousness movement and open his mind in order to understand the situation of this material world. Thus, Guhyam Akhyati Prachati principles can be served. Hare Krishna. Thank you, Mataji.
Hare Krishna, Mataji. So, tomorrow we will try to explain, and we will try to complete our purport also. Only the 4 pages are remaining now. So tomorrow we will try to do the explanation and finish the purport. So for today we can end here. वांछा कल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिंधुभ्य एव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः. अनंत कोटि वैष्णव वृंद की जय, श्रीला प्रभुपाद की जय. Hare Krishna everyone. All glories to assembled devotees. Thank you for
Hare
coming.
Krishna
And please,
Mataji. Thank you,
we are
Mataji.
hearing the instruction now. Please try to follow them. We are giving the 16 to 17 days just for the 3 to 4 verses. We shouldn't waste this time now. We can finish, we can finish these books even in a 1 week or so. There are very less pages, but the instructions are more important, and everyone wants to we are in initial phase. We have to advance in a spirituality, so this is very important. That's why we took this much time. Okay, and even these verses are so nectarian. For on verse we can talk for the month also. So please try to follow the instruction. We are giving lot of time so that we can at least we can try to implement. You have to make the notes, whatever points you like. Okay, I don't have to do the atyahara, I'm wasting my time here, I'm doing the prajalpa. Okay, let me reduce this. Oh, I don't have time, but I can take out this 15 minutes, take out this 20 minutes, and I can chant extra round, or I can read the Srila Prabhupada books. So in this way, there should be change in ourselves. Otherwise there is no difference between the cat, dogs, and us. Cat, dogs also get the instruction, but they don't have the intelligence to follow them. But we are the human beings. We have the intelligence that we can analyze and we can follow the instruction. So please try to follow the instruction and make your day Krishna conscious. And please don't try to please don't waste your time, because human life is very rare and we don't know when we will lose the opportunity to stay in this body. Death can strike us at any moment, and we haven't served the Srila Prabhupada, and we haven't served the Krishna we haven't served yet, na? We are just trying to serve. So we have to serve him more and more. So that can strike at any moment. So try to utilize your time in Krishna consciousness. Even the chanting the holy name, reading Srila Prabhupada books means also we are rendering service to them. So Hare Krishna, happy Krishna conscious day.
Hare Krishna Mataji, Hare Krishna.
Krishna
Hare
Mataji.
Krishna.
Thank you.
Krishna Mataji.
Hare Krishna.